show on all of internet and television. So welcome to the Corpse Paint Show. We've got a task for you, and that is go to YouTube, please, and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate that. We're not asking for money. We're just asking for, please subscribe. We got a great show with Redrum coming up a little bit later on this live show. Heck yeah.
We're live?
Yeah, we're live now.
Oh. Hi.
Hi, Janie Slash.
Hi.
You look good. How are you?
Thanks.
Yeah.
How are you?
And we're also going to be talking about a new movie coming out, 68 Kill. We've got all kinds of Satan in the news. But right now, let's welcome Brandon Luna from Electric Vengeance.
Hello.
Brandon!
What's up? What's up?
It's good to see you, my friend.
It's good to see you guys, too. Thanks for having me out. Really
Friday night, you were just killing it on stage. Of course, we're doing it for Joshua, man. And you know, look.
Yes.
Look. Serious topic. We're going to be talking about it more in 2 weeks on this show with the 45 Foundation, but this is something that it just needs to be talked about more.
Right.
It does, man. It does. So I didn't mean to get all serious there.
No, it's all good.
You know, we miss and appreciate Joshua and Exploder, and this is affecting our community too much.
Right.
And that is the word suicide, and we got to talk about it. But look, you guys put on a great show. I know you got a lot of exciting news, things coming up. And I've got some great pics of you on stage.
Awesome.
And I think one of them was when Billy jumped up there, man. He's trying to
Skull Archer.
Skull Archer, right?
Yeah.
Bad boys in body bags. Look right there.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's Trey on the left. Oh yeah, there he is.
There goes Billy.
Oh,
Billy, Trey, he's like an unofficial member, and then Brandon on the right.
Yep.
Yeah, excellent.
Napalm playing bass.
Napalm, yeah. What a great show that was. Always fun at Reno's, man.
Dude,
And,
it's like one of our favorite places.
Reno's
to
is
play.
a great venue.
Oh yeah, love Reno's.
I thought you sounded real good at Gas Monkey Live, the Gas Monkey Bar and Grill.
Oh yeah, love Gas Monkey too, man. Those are two of our favorite places to play.
You guys are solid on stage.
Thank
Just
you so much.
solid and tight. You and your brother and a tight drummer, and it just comes across very powerful. So,
Well, thank you.
You know, and I think I described your sound on Facebook as street punk metal. And I was telling you, you know, they're a metal band, but have a lot of appreciation of punk bands.
That's awesome.
And,
yeah,
and
clearly.
throwing that flavor.
Right. Yeah, Stranglers, right?
Okay, so let's talk Stranglers for a minute, and we want everyone to see your shirt. Thank you, right there. An unappreciated British punk band
Right.
that a lot of people just aren't aware of anymore.
Right. You're absolutely right. I mean, they were actually, whenever the Ramones went overseas in '76, played July 4th, they were the opening act. Not the Sex Pistols, not the Clash, but the Stranglers.
Stranglers.
Yeah, and they were actually going to go on tour with the Sex Pistols, but Malcolm McLaren thought they were too dangerous for them.
No kidding.
Because they had the Finchley Boy motorcycle gang, like that was their entourage, and they were like, "No, we don't want anything."
That was their unofficial security
Right.
crew.
For sure.
Right, the motorcycle
Right.
gang.
Yeah.
So there were always fights in those early punk shows in Britain.
Oh yeah, man, always.
Everyone from the Stranglers was in a fight.
Right.
So,
Right. And
that's what punk was, man.
And they were so technical too. They were awesome, man. JJ Burnell, their bass player, he actually is a classical guitar player, but he played bass like that, but he was in a punk band. Imagine that. Yeah. And they're known as like one of the old man bands too, because their drummer Jet Black was, so old.
Yeah, he was kind of older. He had to kind of hide his age from people.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And you know, JJ Burnell's no one makes a bass sound like that.
Exactly, dude.
Maybe Trey, but I don't know.
Or Paul.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but I mean, look, what a bass sound. And then, you know what I read about Jet Black, the drummer, that he started off doing burlesque shows.
Really?
And he was the drummer in the background doing a little jazz, burlesque. And he said he always got the first view of the dancer because they would turn around to their back to the audience. They would take off their fans or whatever.
I have done shows where you do live shows, and they're always like, give our drummer a little love because he's always their drummer's off to the side, and they're like, he never gets to see the show, so we'd go up to him and be like, woo.
So, you know, she's a burlesque dancer.
Yeah,
so,
we were talking about that.
You got to go to the drummer and
You
give
always
him
got to
some
give the
love.
drummer some love. Plus, you always want to try to mess them up. Like, not intentionally, but it is funny when they miss a note. You're like, oops, sorry.
Big shout out to the Stranglers, man.
Yeah,
I know you love the Clash too. I got all kinds of Clash stories, man.
Ramones too, man. Ramones,
of course.
Love the Ramones.
No one's impacted my life, I think, more than Joey Ramone or Joe Strummer.
Oh yeah,
just I don't know. We could go on forever.
Great
Have to have you on in the future.
And then we'll talk some
We'll just
punk.
have like all punk show. We'll just talk about punk.
Yeah.
Talk about vintage punk.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Real punk. British punk. So, what's coming up?
Man, we just recorded a brand new album. We recorded with Casey Diorio. He's done a lot of stuff with Bowling for Soup, and he actually recorded some vocal tracks with Tom Araya for Slayer. And he's located right near Gas Monkey Garage, actually, not too far from
He's
that.
got a studio?
Yeah, he's a studio, like off of Goodnight, I believe, the street is. Yeah.
We know right where Goodnight Lane is.
Yeah, you know where Goodnight
Yeah,
is?
We sure do.
We do.
Absolutely.
Right
We
there,
do.
man.
Absolutely.
Right there.
There was a movie made there called Ghost of Goodnight Lane
Really?
with, what's his name from
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane. I had a very bit part in that movie.
He wasn't in it though. I bought it. He's not actually in the movie.
Then we were all excited. We went and bought the DVD, and then I'm not in it at all.
No, he's not.
Oh, man.
It's not a very good movie.
But I was in a scene with Billy Zane, but they cut out my part.
But you still were in a scene with Billy Zane.
And it was filmed right on
I mean,
Goodnight
I have no
Yes.
proof and I have no evidence of
Yeah.
it, but apparently this happened.
It was filmed on Goodnight Lane, and the title of it was Ghost of Goodnight Lane with Billy Zane. Find it. It's out there.
You know, and there was another studio off of
I
Goodnight.
have a copy. I'll give it to you.
There's a studio off of Goodnight Lane that Fleetwood Mac or Stevie Nicks recorded some of their tracks there.
Neat.
Yeah, now it's a tire shop or something like that.
Oh.
It's not there anymore.
I know there's karaoke there. That's all I really know.
All right. So look. Oh, look what he found.
That's
man.
it. That's
Oh,
the
nice.
movie.
That's the actual
and
movie.
It has the girl Lacey Shepard.
Matt Dallas. Is that a
Thank you to
coincidence?
our engineer Ziggy for
Daniel
pulling that up
Harris.
so fast, man.
Yeah,
Look
he's
at that.
good. I love that kid. He's awesome.
Okay, so look, can you reveal the title yet, or
Yeah,
maybe there's
yeah.
not a title?
Oh yeah,
But-
it's called Homicidal Relapse.
Nice.
And that's our title track, and it's written by my brother Trey lyrically.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we got 9 songs on it. Some of the tracks are quite old, 10 years old almost.
Oh.
Yeah, but then some of them are brand new.
Gotcha.
Bad Boys and Body Bags, I know you mentioned that one. That one will be on there too for sure. And yeah, man, we're super stoked. Hopefully, gonna have the CD release pretty soon, maybe October, maybe at Reno's. Been talking to Joseph about it, so yeah.
Good. Well, heck yeah, that sounds appropriate.
Hell yeah, man.
And all right, so we saw you at your 10-year anniversary show at Gas Monkey. Saw you Friday night at Reno's. Great show, of course.
Thanks, man.
And then I know you've got, you said Sedated. You're opening for Sedated.
Yeah, Sedated and Blonde Sabbath. That's going to be really cool. That's next weekend.
Where's that at?
Shipping and Receiving Bar.
I haven't been there. It's in Fort Worth, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I've
just
never
said
been
that.
there either. So it'll
I hear
be-
it's great.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We opened for them. It was Hat Tricks in Louisville. a
And
couple
look
weeks ago.
at that. Look at that.
There it is.
There it is, right there.
There it is.
I like
There
the
it is,
name
man.
Blonde Sabbath. That's great.
Blonde Sabbath.
Blonde
There we go.
Sabbath.
Does that mean it's a female Sabbath cover band? Or tribute
I'm
band?
not.
Or are they
too
just
sure.
all blonde? They could just be blonde.
I'm not sure.
You're right.
I don't know.
That's okay. And then, what do you have at Trees coming up?
Trees, December 1st, which is Friday, we're opening for DRI. And this is gonna be like our 6th time opening for DRI, so we're really fucking stoked.
You fit with DRI, man.
Right, yeah.
Some of that crazy punk energy.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
Yeah, and we got into DRI probably in 2009, and a lot of our stuff was written, and it was like totally in the vein of DRI. We honestly didn't even listen to them until one of our friends showed us, and we were like, oh man, they kind of sound like us.
They copied
or we
you.
sound like them, whatever.
Maybe
Yeah.
they copied you.
Nah, no way. No way.
No, I don't know.
But
Isn't
yeah,
that
man, we
funny?
love DRI, man. They're great guys.
You were channeling them without being aware of it.
Exactly.
So maybe there was something in the womb,
It was
in
meant
your
to
early
be.
Right.
years. I don't know.
It was meant to be. You were meant to be the opening act.
DRI. Yeah, so that'll be at Trees.
At Trees, man.
cool.
We're super stoked about that.
So homicidal.
Not homicidal, but homicidal.
I'm sorry.
What?
Homicidal.
Homicidal.
Okay, homicidal.
Wait, what is homicidal?
No, come on.
I'm not so sure about
All right.
this.
Get it out of the system and make fun right now, but just get it out.
Right now, people are gonna be calling the
Everybody
album.
done.
I don't know if I can
Okay.
get it out of
All
my
right.
system.
Homicidal what?
Relapse.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right.
I like the title.
okay.
I
Yeah,
like
the
it.
artwork. We just got the artwork, and it should be on our Facebook. But it's drawn by Andy Salas. She's a local artist, and the design of the album cover it's done by another local graphic designer, Zena Martin. I'm a teacher. I used to work with her. She's an art teacher, and she does a lot of the designing. She did our last album too. So yeah, it's like kind of keep it all. It's like a kind of collaborative effort. A lot of
is.
people in the scene. So we all really want to keep it Dallas based.
I like that.
It is the music, and it is the lyrics, and it is your sound, but it's also the graphic work on your release.
Thank
It
you.
is.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It is. Yeah, and it's the fans who wear the T-shirts and go to your shows.
Right.
And as we say on this show, we want you to, we want fans to put something physical in their hand to support a
Yeah.
band.
Right.
A CD or a T-shirt, something like that.
Right, man. And we did the iTunes stuff and had digital downloads and stuff, and We might do that again, but we really like the CDs for sure. The tangible, actual CDs. People look at the artwork.
Yep.
Check out the lyrics. You know, we were really about that. We're real proud of our lyrics. You know.
Good.
Yeah.
I
You got 'em all
appreciate
printed?
that.
For
I really
sure.
do. I think that CDs are so cool and important. I don't like the digital download stuff, but I'm terrible with computers, so.
That's how I am too.
I get super nostalgic too sometimes when you find the CD and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot I had this, and you put it in, you're super excited to hear it again, and it's like, it's so
Right.
new. Versus digital downloads, I forget they're there. I'm like, oh yeah, that's there.
I think as artists, man, we use our hands so much, and we're visual.
Yeah.
And so that goes with something that you can actually play with, put in something.
Yeah,
and-
you
and-
want to,
exactly.
you need something physical to
Yeah.
hold and look at.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and we'd
That's
like to
my
get vinyls, but you know, it's kind of expensive. Maybe one day.
Maybe one day, yeah.
Maybe one day.
I know there's a place local that will, that is making vinyl.
Oh yeah. We go through Nationwide Disc, a local place, and but, you know, maybe one day. They're a little expensive for us right now.
Do like a limited run.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
so. I think you have to order like maybe 200 at a time.
So the band is Electric Vengeance, and look what we got right there for you, man.
There's our
Ooh.
album cover right there, Homicidal
Oh,
Relapse.
that's Homicidal Relapse right there. Okay,
Yep.
gotcha. I pulled that up off of Facebook, so I didn't put the two together. All right, so there it is,
That's
right there.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. I like it
Yeah.
a lot. I like the colors. I like the
Yeah.
artwork.
What we did with Andy
style of
Salas,
it.
we just sent her the lyrics, and we just gave her the freedom, just read the lyrics, whatever you want to come up with, and that's what we'll take, and that's what she did. Yeah, so
I love the interpretation she had. It's amazing. The style of it's really neat.
Yeah, it's kind of exploited looking skull right there.
right, and that's our mascot, Electric Harry.
Oh,
Yeah, that's our mascot.
we're
We're
the
possessed.
mascot in the studio, man.
I know, right? We're possessed by him every show, and when we songwrite and everything, he's our demigod who possesses us.
You have great guitar, but could there be a song with just that driving bass from your brother?
Well, he's not my brother. The drummer's my brother.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there could be. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I know. And then our other brothers in Silver Tongue Devil. I know it's a lot of us.
Yeah. Okay. yeah.
How many brothers? How many?
There's 3 of us total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Silver Tongue Devil drummer.
Yeah, I know. I heard. I
Yeah,
love Silver
gotcha.
Tongue Devil.
Yeah.
We've had
Okay.
them on here before. They're amazing.
All right.
But the drummer wasn't here.
That's right.
It was just
Yeah, we had
'cause
the
it was
other 3
acoustic
guys.
Devil.
Yeah. They represented for STD.
Yeah. They played on
Okay,
here.
but could there be a song? You're wearing a Strangler shirt. I'm just thinking to myself. I mean, basically, you could write a driving punk song with just bass and drums, couldn't you?
Yeah, we could for sure. For
I mean,
sure.
you
We
still
have-
sing. You still sing on it, man. I'm not cutting you out.
Oh no, not at
But-
all. No.
He's the guitarist.
You're like, who needs the rest of the band? You got bass and drums.
I love a good bass sound.
I do too. I do too. Just like kind of overpowering bass and.
Overpowering bass.
Right.
Something that it will align your spine if you're standing out in
that.
the audience, man.
Yeah. I mean, you got to go to chiropractor, right?
No
Yeah.
chiropractor.
He always likes to stand next to the damn big speakers, and he shows me over there, and I'm just, after I get done at shows, I feel like somebody's beat the shit out of me. I'm like, ugh.
Well, when we first
Napalm Death.
saw Napalm Death, it was like the ground was shaking every
No,
time.
I was right up against the speaker, and it was just like boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So seriously, felt like somebody beat the shit out of me. Like felt like I was constantly getting punched in the gut.
Yeah.
But it was
Hey.
amazing. It was incredible.
We share an appreciation for Municipal Waste too, and that's who I'm pretty sure that this is their new release.
Yeah,
Slime
this is
and Punishment.
Municipal
Oh,
Waste.
yeah, yeah.
Slime and
As the-
Punishment.
as the
Breathe
background.
Grease was the
Breathe
first
Grease.
song.
I saw the music video.
Isn't that great?
Yeah,
I
it was
have
cool.
not watched the
That is the
music
best
video
house
yet.
party I've ever
Right?
seen. Oh man! And they've got bikini girls in this pool in the backyard.
I want to
and
watch
put
it. Don't ruin it for me.
Okay.
I want to watch it. I haven't got a chance to.
Okay.
My day job banned me from Facebook, so I can't watch it anymore.
Oh. Yeah, we all work in the corporate
A
world.
muggle job.
Yeah.
You going back to school soon as a teacher?
Yeah, I am.
What do you teach?
August. I teach 3rd grade.
Oh, okay, so
Third
it's
grade.
not just like a specific subject. It's
Um,
all the things.
Well, I taught math, science, and social studies for 4 years, and now I'm going to be self-containing. I'll teach everything.
Sweet.
Yeah, this coming year, so it should be interesting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent, man.
Yeah.
All right, so look, when you go in the studio, are you in there with already a bunch of ideas and everything pretty much written?
Yes, because it is
Okay.
quite expensive.
Gotcha.
Because we basically practice the songs over and over and over and over. And what we did the last album too, me and Trey, my drummer, we just went in and laid a rhythm track, guitar, drums, and then I went back and did second guitars, and then Paul came and did the bass. So
Gotcha.
yeah, we recorded the whole album in 4 days, which
Wow.
10-hour days each.
And do you always have to put vocals as a separate track in the studio?
I don't know if you always have to, but in our style, we did for sure.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll take care of guitar and then go back in and just do vocals.
Yes.
And you're screaming out loud. You're
Right,
going
yeah.
crazy.
And I'm really proud of the vocals on this album. And I love the vocals, of course, on Manic, but I really took more time on it and did a lot of dual vocals and a lot more backing vocals by Trey and Paul. It's very powerful.
I think that adds an element too.
Right.
A layer extra.
Like gang vocals. We're always about gang vocals. And we're a 3-piece. We,
You want to punch it with
Right,
layered vocals. It's
exactly.
cool.
And a lot of people come up to us after the show and it's like, y'all are so fucking loud. Like, just 3 guys up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we got Billy up here a lot too. He helps us out. He comes up a lot. But
Shout out to
man.
Billy.
Yeah, shout out to Billy, man. But,
Skull Archer.
But yeah, man, we always have a great time at our live shows, and a lot of pit bulls come up, and our friend Carlos comes up, and we just jam. You were there with Chandler of Exploder. He came up and did 2 songs with us on Friday night. So it's kind of an open forum, and anyone could jump up on stage and sing with us or do whatever they want. I don't care. We don't care at all.
Well, I got a request in. Play a Stranglers cover. I'll jump up.
We used to play London Lady in our old band.
Nice.
And I was a bass player in that band, but hell yeah, dude. We used to play London Lady. That was a cool song.
What other covers do you like playing?
We like, we don't ever really spend a lot of time trying to learn. We want to do that, but spend a lot of time learning a really intricate cover. We'd like to, but we just don't have enough time. But we do a lot of Ramones stuff, of course Blitzkrieg Bop, but now I Want to Sniff Some Glue. We've done KKK Took My Baby Away.
Great song.
Skulls by the Misfits. We've done City Baby Attacked by Rats. GBH.
Skulls, one of your favorite songs. Right?
Yeah, I know. We went and saw the Misfits at Riot Fest last year, and that's all that. Every time he's like, "Yeah, I could tell you were in the car because I turned on fucking Skulls was blasting."
Did y'all
I love Misfits.
in Colorado or Chicago?
Both. Well, I saw both. He
nice.
saw. We went into Colorado.
Colorado, and then she went to ended up going to Chicago.
We were
Nice.
in the very fucking front. I thought I was gonna die, and it was amazing at the same time.
Right.
I tried to take video, and what happened was when they came on, everybody just rushed from all directions, and I ended up getting my hand flown back and punching him in the face on accident.
Hey, it happens.
So I have a video of me being like, "Yeah." That's all I got.
Don't you hate it when you're like at a big show and the audience is like crushing you, man, and then someone wants to smoke right next to you.
Yeah,
They don't even
sucks.
have room to get their elbows up.
No,
Yeah.
I couldn't. I was like this. I couldn't put my hand down. I was like,
Yeah, once it goes up, and then you know what? I'm sure that I smell sweaty when I'm at a lot of these gigs. And
Oh,
then,
yeah.
Maybe that's a way to get people away from it.
after shows, it's okay because we are all sweaty. Like bands, I know we have lots of friends in bands, and they'll be like, "Hey, it's good to see you," and we're just all soaked and disgusting, and it's a hug. Nobody cares anymore. I don't even say it. I'm not like, "Oh my god, I'm gross," and I'm like, "Hey,"
It's called the mosh pit hug.
We're
It's
just
Very
all.
good. That is, yeah.
It's just the way you are. It's
Yeah.
sharing the sweat. We all work hard.
It's all about getting thrashed.
Yes.
Oh, so cool. All right, so Homicidal Relapse. And I like that too because, I don't know, it implies to me you were homicidal,
Right.
you got cured,
And then you relapse.
and you fell off the wagon.
Yeah, well, my brother Trey, the drummer, wrote it. He's I don't know, we never talked about it, but he's a drug counselor. So, he deals with patients like that all the time, but, maybe perhaps they relapse or not. Maybe he got some inspiration by that, but thinking about maybe we can kill somebody, and I don't know what he was thinking.
Homicidal relapse.
Yeah, but he's like having a homicidal relapse. I think you kind of nailed it. That's what it's about.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And, and then you got these great sing-along songs, Bad Boys and Body Bags. What alliteration there, man. Just excellent.
Thanks.
And it just, you got to sing along to that. How
Right,
can you
yeah.
not sing along to a chorus like that? And it's like a lot of the greatest punk songs, man. They've got
Right.
that yell along chorus that I think is powerful. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's we like those types of choruses, chants. Everyone can
Chants.
sing along to. It's easy. It's catchy.
it's simple. It's Ramon style.
Very Ramon style.
It's simple and powerful. The most powerful
for sure.
when it's simple.
And even another thing we take from the Ramones is how they blitz through their songs. We
Yeah.
crossfade song after song after song after song. Like we rarely stop. We'll stop every now and then and talk and then just go on to the next one. But always have done that.
I love that
cool.
about punk shows because I'll never forget when we first got together. He took me to some punk shows, and I had never gone to shows, and they were like, "Okay, we're gonna play 5 more songs," and then 5 minutes later, they're like, "Hey, good night." And I was like, "But they only played 1," and he's like, "No, they played all 5." I was like, "Oh, okay, I like this." Now I have short attention span. We go to doom metal shows, and I'm like, one song's 8 minutes long, and I'm just like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Occasionally we find ourselves at a festival and there's a jam band or a doom metal band, and we're like, Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next song.
I really
Right.
like punk. I like anything over 2.5 minutes, and I'm like, what? It's still on? We're not on to
Anything
like
over
the
2.5.
fifth song yet?
Well, that's how I am too. Just I don't know, like we love heavy metal too, and but we always love the live energy of punk rock, and whatever happens, and the circle pits are always so fun, and I don't know.
Punk is just fun.
It is fun.
It's great. I love punk shows, and I love thrash metal.
Yes.
Thrash
Punk and
metal is
thrash.
like a great marriage of the two, and
Exactly.
it's good for me. It's a middle ground for me. Like
And
Municipal
she
Waste.
knows I love black metal, and that's more serious. It can be more serious. You're gonna have more fun, of course. At
He
a thrash
doesn't
or
like
punk
to
show.
take me to black metal shows because I can't keep a straight face.
That's all right.
They're all like, this song is for Satan, and I'm like, there's one's called 666
When
Evil.
Satan rules this planet.
And then I'll take pictures of it. He'll shove me against these guys at the end, and they're like, okay. And he's like, take a picture, and they're like,
Okay, so
and
that
I'm
being
just
the
like,
case,
I
we have
can't,
to get back
I
to our
can't.
tradition.
I love it.
In
but I
this
can't.
studio, with this show, Brandon Luna,
Yes.
we have to do our black metal pose. This is just part of the show. We're bringing it back. We haven't done it in a few weeks, but we've got to start doing this every week. So here we go.
Me too.
Yeah, you too, all of us.
How do we do it?
Just
Black metal!
I don't know. That's what he makes me do.
I think it would be cool if you cut a B-side that was a black metal song. Like, I don't know. Or
Hey man, that's the rule of our band is there are no rules. Like
Good.
maybe one day.
Yeah. Maybe one day.
Seriously.
What? No rules of what? What I missed?
Well,
I was really deep
I
into
was-
black metal pose. I'm sorry. I was like, ah.
I was suggesting that maybe as a B-side they cut a black metal song.
Oh goodness.
We might. I mean, honestly, I don't think I could sing like that. I don't know if I could.
It's
Or,
okay. It's
or you
okay.
take one of your existing songs and just double the speed on it. Yeah,
Right.
And then we'll call it black metal.
There you go. We might do that.
Okay.
We might
So-
take the piss out of one of it, maybe do something as a joke, but I don't know if we could be serious enough to do that.
That's all right.
There's no way I could
all
just
right.
see
It's just
Napalm. He's like, hell no, we're not doing that.
Right. They're already fast
Well,
enough.
dude, last time we saw Napalm, Barney had a broken arm, and he had a cast, and
Yeah.
he was like, whoa, and I was like, that guy, he's crazy. Apparently, he slipped and fell and broke it. That's what I heard.
Yeah. We've seen a few shows where
It was
the
hilarious.
guitarist had a
The
broken
guy's
arm.
intense.
Or a
Damn.
singer had a broken arm,
I've
So-
only seen one.
So you're saying there are no
one.
rules, and that's your rule.
Right.
Okay, so it reminds me of something. I saw the alarm at Gas Monkey Bar and Grill a few nights ago, and they were up and coming during the time of the Stranglers and all of that too. So right in the middle of this one song, right in the middle of it, they just they stop. They do a breakdown, and then it just switches, and he starts playing. He had mentioned Joe Strummer earlier. All of a sudden, he's playing Magnificent Seven.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right in the
Cool
middle of
bass
the
line.
song, and then everyone is like singing along.
That's
You
awesome.
know, New York, what? Don't stop. Give it all you got. Right in the middle of the song, just for a short little breakdown,
awesome.
and then 30 seconds later they go back to the song.
That's awesome.
It's just an idea I'm throwing out
what
there
we've
for
done,
you, man.
What we've done at DRI one year, we did this kind of like heavy crescendo right as we opened our set, and then all these thrashers are ready to march just as a joke, and we played "Damn It" by Blink-182, just like that, and everyone starts moshing. I don't think they knew who that was. It was we were cracking up, dude. It was funny. No one even said anything to us about it after the show, but
They
we
weren't
do.
like, oh, why the fuck you playing Blink-182?
Right.
Yeah,
no one said that. We thought they would, but nobody said it.
Yeah, or maybe if it's an audience that, I don't know, isn't getting into it, you're like, I don't know, you trick him and you play this rock version of Rihanna or something, I don't know, of Lady Gaga or
like
something.
you mentioned
and then
bowling.
see if they
for,
recognize
You
what's
mentioned Bowling
happening.
for Soup earlier, and if you've seen Bowling for Soup, they always play Stacy's mom
Yeah.
because they're like, that is not our song, but we're gonna play it because people think it's our song, and we're gonna play it better.
Yeah.
So I always find that entertaining.
Or do like Smooth Criminal, like
Yes.
Alien Ant
There
Farm.
you go.
Yeah, be like,
Yeah.
this was really, it's not our song. We're gonna play it better.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everyone knows what's coming up, man, for Electric Vengeance. So
Yeah.
we'll review everything again. Go
Sure.
ahead,
Yeah.
man.
Album release. That's sometime in October. We haven't nailed a date just yet. We're playing a shipping and receiving bar next weekend with Sedated and Blonde Sabbath, and then that following weekend we're playing at Tomcats with Astanex and Crop Dust. That's gonna be tight.
Yeah.
Are those on Friday or Saturday?
I think I'm not quite sure. I don't know.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Just go both nights.
Yeah, just go both
You'll
nights.
be fine
yeah.
either way. Just go.
But check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/electricvengeance. We post everything up on there.
Yeah, cool. And it's got to have felt good. There we are, right there.
Nice. There it is.
For the, when you had your 10-year anniversary show, which was just last month. And they put you on the marquee over there at Gas Monkey Bar.
That was cool. That was really cool.
That was cool. And it was a great crowd, too,
It
man,
was,
for you guys.
man. And, we love Gas Monkey. We've been playing there for a long time, and they always treat us so well. And that was really cool to see.
We like Gas Monkey.
That's one thing I always hear about Gas Monkey, that they are great to their bands and anybody, all their performers.
Yes.
Like, seriously, like they're
So I hear
so
they
good.
take great care of everybody.
Yeah.
So just a trade secret question then.
Sure.
Do you play Gas Monkey Bar and Grill? Do they have like a food for you in the back or
they usually give you a meal ticket.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
yes, and then they give you free drinks and whatever.
See, nothing against any other club, but these other clubs don't serve food.
Right.
So you're playing at Gas Monkey.
And there's amazing food there. Yeah.
You get a meal.
Yeah, they have good food. At least
Yes.
I've never been to Gas Monkey Live. I've been to the Bar and Grill. They've got good food there. So I'm assuming Live has.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Live
Yeah,
has.
good.
I
Yeah.
think they just have kind of finger foods. I don't know if they have like the full restaurant food.
They have a lot of good stuff though.
Yeah, they do, though.
I've seen pictures. It looks incredible.
They've got a lot of chicken chicken
I like
strips
food.
and
You know me.
great
I
stuff.
get hangry if I don't eat food. Hangry Janie. That's my nickname.
All right, so you're teaching third grade.
Right.
School starts what, on the 21st?
The 21st, yeah.
Okay, so this is a silly question, man. Are you all going to go outside and watch the eclipse for the first day of school?
He is so consumed by this eclipse.
Perhaps. I don't know.
It
I hadn't even thought about
could
it.
be a science thing.
It could be a science thing.
But you can't let them look at the sun. It'd be like third graders.
Let's
avert
go
your
outside,
eyes.
but don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
I bet what the school districts will end up doing is maybe watching the live feed on the NASA website or whatever.
Perhaps.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm
They
into
should-
it. I
they
think
should
it's a cool
postpone
event.
the first day till the 22nd.
Yeah.
Because you're just going to spend the first day like watching the live feed.
I agree.
They'll be at lunch anyway probably, or just getting back from lunch or
Yeah,
recess.
'cause I think it's like 1 o'clock in the
Is
afternoon.
recess,
Oh, is that the time?
Is recess still a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't know.
Or here's what you could do: not tell your students about it. These little 3-year-olds. I'm sorry, third graders.
What?
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm messing
It's
up
okay.
here. These little third graders. And then when the sky goes dark at 1 o'clock, you're like you can mess with them. Like
Right.
I don't know, what's happening? It's
The apocalypse.
It's the end of the world. Zombies are coming.
Zombies.
They'd probably
Break
think that
into
might
the
be
vending
cool.
machines and steal all the whatchamacallits and let's go.
So great to get to know you, man.
It's great to get to know you too.
Yes. All
That's my
right.
bloody arm.
Let me hand it to you, okay?
No, it's Bob. Wait, what did I name him? Jim's arm. Jim's arm. Isn't his name Jim?
I think it is. Jim.
Jim's
yeah,
arm.
because you used that in the burlesque routine.
No, I did not. I
Oh.
used that in my Miss Arizona pageant. It was
Oh,
my
yeah,
arm.
yeah.
And they asked me where I got it from, and I said Jim. And I met him on Craigslist.
She does a lot of wild things, including neo burlesque with blood and body parts, etc.
No, I wasn't even. I was singing Psycho Killer. I wasn't doing burlesque. And then I took a
backup
screw-
singer. I'm just saying,
Well,
Brandon.
and
if you need a
I
back-
bombed.
Sure.
I was bombing on stage because the microphone quality was shit. And it's okay. And so I had a screwdriver as a backup plan. So I just pulled a screwdriver out, shoved it up my nose, and some guy fell out of his chair. It was amazing. He was like, cool.
Coming up soon, we are going to be talking about a cool movie called, what is it called? 68
I don't
Kill?
know.
68 Kill?
Yeah,
68 Kill.
68
Yeah.
Kill, yeah.
68 Kill. And that is the title. We're going to tell you all
But-
about this movie.
Follow Electric Vengeance on Facebook.
Thank you.
Hey,
Go to
hey,
all
we
their
just
shows.
we
Check
just
out
made
their
it
new
Instagram
album.
too. We just made it
Ooh.
Instagram. We just made it. Yeah.
You're going to put a lot of cool pictures
Are you
in there.
under? What are
Yeah.
you under on Instagram? Electric Vengeance.
Electric Vengeance official. Yeah.
Official.
Yeah.
Electric Vengeance official. Follow them on Instagram.
Instagram.
Follow us. We'll follow you back.
Good. And we covered your
I'm
Facebook.
gonna go follow you right now.
We covered
Yes.
the new album, and thank you for being here, Brandon.
Thank
we
you
appreciate
guys
you,
so
man.
much for having me.
All hails
Yeah.
to Electric Vengeance.
Thank you so much.
And the new album released. Congratulations.
And rest in peace, Josh of Exploder.
Rest in peace, Josh of Exploder.
You're really something else, babe.
Don't you forget it.
A kept man, Chip. You blame me? Look at her. Oh, I love you so much. Sorry. I got a lot of problems, but my relationship isn't one of them.
I was a bad girl last night, wasn't I?
I just hate thinking about you being with Ken.
Rent's coming up, Daddy.
You are one sweet piece of ass, girl. Worth every damn penny.
He's just a sugar daddy with a itty bitty wiener and a big old bank account.
68 big ones. You're sweet. She ain't that sweet.
I just want to make you happy.
You know what would make me happy? $68,000. I've got a plan. In and out likes nothing. Nobody gets hurt. Relax, take a chill pill, okay? You haven't killed anyone before.
Because I never have! No! Slow! I swear to God, I'm not gonna hurt you!
Like hell we aren't. You've let a woman manipulate you into murder and kidnapping? You gotta learn how to stand up for yourself.
Can I at least get up? My knees hurt.
Ready to party, Chip?
You about to have one of the best nights of your life, boy. Get your head in the game.
Don't even think about it, skink. Where is my money? This is not exactly what I'd call a healthy relationship, Chip.
Yeah, no kidding.
Those dimples, I love them.
Stop it.
Heck yeah, we're back. That was 68.
Oh yeah, I was
All right.
gonna follow Electric Vengeance on Instagram, and then I got distracted.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead and do it.
So I
Look,
did. My
thank
bangs
you,
are, like,
thank you, Brandon Luna
distracting
from
me.
Electric Vengeance for being in the studio. Let's roll, man. Coming up soon, we've got Redrum joining us.
We have
and
Redrum.
is she incredible?
She is
or
incredible.
What? I am so impressed by her, and we want to talk to her about events she's got coming up.
Yes, Satanic
and
Panic.
Satanic
Panic
Panic
events and awesome
what she does in Chicago,
projects she has in the works.
projects, etc.
Costuming, horror movies, all
Okay.
things.
So we talked last weekend about that movie, American Satan. We got the poster right over there.
Yes, we did. We talked about it. We got the poster from Warped Tour.
Yeah, Ash Avildsen is the director. Ash, and it would be great to have him on the show and talk to him. But that movie's American Satan. coming out in
Actually,
October.
the American Satan sponsored
Summer Slaughter
Summer
Tour.
Slaughter Tour is happening right now.
Yeah,
which
so-
our friends Bad Blood opened for. They played at like 3:15, so their show's long over. But yeah,
If
today.
you are not watching us live, we hope you are at Summer Slaughter Tour.
If you're
at Gas Monkey
if you're
Bar.
in Dallas, it'd be really hard if you were in. But hey, if you could come down here for it, that would have been awesome.
Okay,
Just saying.
so 68 Kill. What do you think about that great preview?
I was trying to find Electric Vengeance official on
Okay,
Instagram.
well, I'll tell you all about it. First of all, it is that girl, McCord.
She's the chick from Excision.
Excision. She was in Excision. And
I love
also,
Excision.
if you used to watch Nip Tuck,
I never
she's
watched
she was the vixen on Nip Tuck. And this is a great role for her because the movie is about this. No spoilers. Okay, she has a sugar daddy who she discovers has a lot of cash hidden away.
I'm not gonna allow you to talk about movies. You haven't seen the movie, so there is no.
This is all in the
spoilers.
preview.
Okay.
And so then she wants to get her hands on all this cash that her sugar daddy has. So devises a plan where her and her boyfriend, I guess, are going to kill the sugar daddy and run and find all of this money. And of course, what could go wrong? Everything. 68 Kill references the $68,000 she's trying to steal. It looks fantastic to me. And guess what? If you're
I
in
thought
Dallas,
she was just killing 68.
it's
people.
playing right now. Guess
Oh.
where? At the Texas Theater.
At the Texas
That's
Theater.
the only place.
The Texas Theater. Hey, you want to take me to the Texas Theater to go see that this weekend?
We can do that tonight
No, because I need sleep.
to see 68 Kill.
I need sleep.
Yeah. Alana, what's her first name?
AnnaLynne, something.
Yeah, AnnaLynne McCord. So shout out to AnnaLynne McCord, and AnnaLynne, if you're watching, please call our show or email me because we'd love to talk to you about your new movie. We will.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
So maybe Monday?
Okay. So, you have got to see Electric Vengeance on stage because they're powerful.
I want to see them, and I love that he loves punk rock. That makes me so happy because very rarely do we actually have. Well, we had Rob on here from Responsible Johnny and Bullet Machine, and he is a punk rocker.
And we had Kronjen on, British punk. But I love a local punk band.
I love
and
local punk. I love punk.
We love all local bands.
I love thrash and punk. I've had coffee, so I'm a little hyper.
Janie Slash to my right. Thank you, Janie Slash, for being here.
I'm so
And
hyper, my bangs are dancing.
your Oh, we've got a cool new background coming up, I think, for this segment. That is, do you like our green screen? We got a cool nightscape.
I
and
feel
then
like
this one
I'm
too.
like in some other place. It's so peaceful.
So it was 68 kills, and AnnaLynne McCord. I like her.
However you say her name.
Yeah.
Let me Google it.
Okay, there we are. So I like this new one too. We've got our witches in the background, and they're
Those
pouring
are
some.
those are witches.
Yeah,
I can't see.
they're
Your head's
pouring-
blocking them.
They're pouring a potion.
Your head's blocking the good stuff. Oh, hey, just before we go, August 19th,
Let's talk about it.
Deadly Sins. And can you hold the other side for me? Come on, help me out here. Teamwork. Teamwork. What the hell are you doing? Put towards the fire. Anyway, you can't see it. It's super bright. Deadly Sins, Burlesque Side Show at What's In, August 19th. Come check us out.
Deadly Sands, August 19th.
That's like lovely Sin Levy's ass. It's magnificent.
It's like a three-dimensional picture.
It's so good.
She's like popping out at you.
Yeah.
I like that. And I know you also do, James Slash.
What? Burlesque Bingo. That's in a couple weeks, though.
But it's coming up later this month. Burlesque Bingo is
Yeah,
fun.
it's like in 2 weeks.
Burlesque Bingo is great fun.
Yes.
Guess what we're going to have
No, I
on
love
in
Burlesque
future
Bingo.
shows? Well, we're going to be talking more about local bands, local metal. But also, then right before the eclipse, that Sunday right before the eclipse,
We're going to have the NASA scientists back.
we have NASA scientists back, and we're talking to
I like her. She's nice.
Lauren
And really
from
smart.
Foundation 45.
Yeah, Lauren from Foundation 45.
Yeah.
You can come and talk to us.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. So you know what I love talking about, and that is when Satan is in the news. When Satan is in the news. And
You're in the news? What did you do?
Okay, so this is funny segment that I got you. You've got to see, Janie Slash. Okay, and it's
You can
Bishop.
just call me Janie.
It's Bishop Jakes.
Like, we don't
Okay.
have to be so like.
So Bishop Jakes
Okay.
is going crazy on this little snippet, so we'll bring it up.
Standing on the promises, I love to hear him sing hymns. I think hymns are something that we need back in the church. We need them. We need them back in the church. I like all the new stuff. It's wonderful, but never get rid of the hymns. The word hymn comes from the same word that we get hymen. It is meant to break the seal that causes you to go into the womb of worship. And when a hymn is released properly, you go into a womb of worship where births and healings and miracles and deliverance comes. It breaks through the wall of the flesh and it takes you into the inner sanctum of God's glory and presence. And nothing bopping and nothing beating takes the place of a.
So okay, so
What?
well, he needs to be called on the carpet for saying this ridiculous stuff. Okay, so Bishop Jakes is saying that the word hymn comes from the same root word as hymen. That's highly debatable, although some people think they could be related words or etymology on these words. But then he says that if you're singing a hymn, it's like breaking the hymen, and you have bursts inside there, and you get in the inner sanctum of religious, I don't know what. You get in the inner sanctum. So when you break through, and then he's got this arm gesture. Did you see it? He's like, you burst into a hymen and get into the inner sanctum of God's kingdom. So it just is hilarious. This is a hilarious televangelist or evangelist, whatever he is. Bishop Jakes. He's right here in Dallas. So look, Bishop Jakes, I'm being a little unfair because we should invite you on the show to explain what you're talking about. I mean, it is unfair for me to just criticize you without you being here. So, open invitation for Bishop Jakes to come onto the Corpse Paint Show and talk to us.
Crap. I'm not so sure about that one.
We have room for him. There is an empty chair right there,
Oh,
and
God.
we could have Bishop
Or
Jakes.
Satan.
Yeah, not tonight, Bishop Jakes.
Don't come
But-
up here.
yeah.
No, we won't
like
let
that?
you in tonight. We're not ready. I don't know. I don't know.
Singing a hymn.
I'm
What-
so confused.
Let me say this better.
Am I
Singing-
just not intelligent enough for this? Like, I don't know. I'm so confused.
Singing a hymn is like breaking the hymen
I
and
heard
getting
what he
into
said,
the inner
but
sanctum of God's
I
kingdom,
heard it. I don't know. I don't know.
where there are bursts and stuff in this.
My overly caffeinated brain can't process what's happening or what they're saying.
Yes, it can.
No.
Yes, it can.
It doesn't want to.
We have a lot of fun on this show, and there's always something about Satan in the news. And
So, like, I want
how
to
long-
start doing, like, the Lego Batman thing where it's like, no. Said no.
That's fine. That's fine. No. You highly caffeinated Janie Slash. Okay, so here's another Satan in the news story. This is one where it's conspiracy theorist, and we've got an article here, where they're convinced. There it is right there. Okay. A third of the government is in satanic.
I've heard of this.
Satanic cult. Okay. So she's basing this on no evidence whatsoever.
It says satanic pedophilia.
Unbelievable. Okay. So you actually listen to what she said and read this article. This person, I don't know what her qualifications are.
Are you gonna make me read?
It is saying that Trump is aware of it, but he can't say anything about it, I guess. Is her point. I don't get it. If you knew about a dangerous cult that was killing people, this is her claim, wouldn't you want to get that immediately out to the authorities? But I don't know. Her argument is that this cult is going on in the government in Washington. Satanists are chopping up babies or something, is her claim that this is happening. Look, my point is this. These crazy nut jobs are obsessed with Satan, and they think that this is resulting in some sort of mass crime spree in government. I don't get it.
That's not happening.
It's insanity, and this sort of like
the Satanists are too
over the
busy
top,
like donating clothes to women's shelters and doing good things for the community. They don't have time to chop up babies.
This sort of over the
They're
top,
too busy doing good things.
insane, inane
It's ridiculous.
statement based on no evidence it's just crazy. And look,
Yeah,
my point is this:
it's insane. It's absurd. I'm
when
sorry.
when you feel like you have religion on your side, number one, I think it poisons everything. But number two, it allows you to somehow get away with making outrageous statements. Yes, this is my point.
It's not all.
It makes
it's
me
not
sigh
all
as well.
Christians, though. It's just some.
Right.
Some. There's there's extremists in everything.
Okay.
So I'm not going to condemn like a whole thing, but yes, it's bullshit.
Okay.
That is bullshit.
Thank you.
I
So
agree.
if I'm misinterpreting that person or whatever, her article, her
You are welcome to contact us.
You're welcome to contact us because I am being unfair. Here I am criticizing you and not inviting you on the show. So open invitation. You come and explain your position on how you think there are some sort of like dangerous, murderous cult in Washington killing people in the White House.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Yes. Okay, that's all right.
I can't help it.
Hey.
These fucking allergies.
All right. So you have had a lot of fun lately, and I saw you on stage with
Scary Cherry and the Bang Bangs.
That was on Friday night in Deep Ellum.
Yes, Friday night in Deep Ellum. I was bouncing around like a
You were their backup
crazy
dancer on stage.
person, throwing shit at people. Well, trash, not shit. There was no shit. It was trash.
Right. So let's explain. This is a band that actually has a position for you, and the position is audience engagement, which is cool. It's kind of like when the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones had that guy on stage and all he did was dance. You know, that's not what you're doing, but you're out there.
I do a lot more than just
the audience.
dancing. I can't physically dance. So what I lack in dancing, I make up for throwing trash at people.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's their song, trash. But my
We're
point
the trash
is, too,
of America.
You come out into the audience and get people engaged, dancing,
Yeah,
going
I was
crazy.
having a good time. I was dancing with some drunk guy. It was great. He was really into it. I liked him. He was so endearing. I didn't get his name, though.
So you're part of the band, but you don't play an instrument, but
No.
you're a dancer and you have fun, and then you come out in the audience, get people riled up
That's
and
my
going.
job. That's what I do.
It's totally
And
crazy.
Bliss Bang Bang.
Yes, I love it.
And
So
we have Divine Bang Bang, but Divine Bang Bang was sick. I had lots of people, though. They were like, do you need help with that trash can? We see your short one. I was like, no, I got this. I don't need you.
you know what's exciting too?
appreciate the help.
And at the end of the show, we're going to show a list of all these social media spots. But we recently just started our Twitter account.
Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter account, which is at CorpseMate Show, and then we'll talk about all this. We'll show it all. We'll show it all at the end of the show. But I'm glad that we have a cool Twitter
We
account
are
now
on
too.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes, thank
And
you.
here.
Yeah.
Every
And that's
Sunday.
all thanks to Little Spark Films, who's really been helping and putting all
Little
that together.
Spark Films, they're amazing, and they've got this really awesome thing coming up. They're actually they're going to be showing Hellraiser for the 30th anniversary.
Which is fantastic. And
I
it's-
love Hellraiser.
Okay, so the event, and I don't know if we're able to. I don't know if I even send it to my engineer to pull up.
Probably not, but it's okay. We'll show it on a future show, and we'll post it on our Facebook. So now you have more reasons to follow us on Facebook.
It's not till September.
See, he's a badass.
Woo!
That Ziggy.
Okay,
He is
so look,
really the almighty
it's
and
September
powerful.
13th. It's like in the middle of the week. I think that's a Wednesday or something.
Yeah, it's on a Wednesday.
Okay.
It starts at, I think, is it 5 to 10?
And guess who's hosting this along with Little Spark Films? The Corpse Paint Show.
Yes.
And guess who's going to be there? The new
Pinhead.
Pinhead. His name is Paul Taylor.
Paul Taylor. He actually is local.
Yeah, I think he might be.
He is local.
But he's the actor playing the new Pinhead, and he'll be there in attendance.
We have no news on that, though. It's like all hush hush. Nobody's told us anything. I don't even know if he knows.
What we
when
do
it's
know,
going to be released.
Right, okay.
But he will be there, and you can ask him in person.
Ask him in person. So
I don't know if he'll have
September
answers.
13th, it's at Studio Movie Grill in Arlington.
That is going to be a great week because you have the 30th anniversary of Hellraiser, and then also It is opening.
Oh, cool.
I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. And then don't forget American Satan. That movie is October.
Yeah, but we're talking about September right now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We're just looking forward to all these great fall and Halloween themed
Texas
movies.
Chainsaw Massacre.
So I'm totally cool with it. That event, Hellraiser 30th anniversary with Paul Taylor, is going to be really soon.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm not sure how it works. I think you just buy a movie ticket to watch a movie, but obviously you can just come by.
Oh, they're going to have like $5 unlimited pizza and $5 beers, I think.
Wow.
One specific brand.
Okay. Okay.
PBR.
But at least come by and say hi to Paul Taylor and say hi to
come
Corpse
say
Paint
hi to
Show.
us.
So
and Little Spark Films. And if you need any videos made, I can contact Little Spark Films because they're incredible.
Photography
we'll
too.
take care of you.
Little Spark Films.
Yes, they're amazing at photography too. They do
like
Dead
that
Girl
one.
Circus's photography.
Okay, so we got Redrum coming up.
Yes, we do. I'm
In just a few
super
minutes.
excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I think she's an incredible and amazing performer. We saw her back at SusCon. And she's amazing.
Here in Dallas.
Yes.
So she is going to be Skyping us from Chicago.
Yes.
She does a lot of her events in Chicago.
Yeah, Satanic Panic.
But she also travels the country when desired for various shows. So totally cool. We'll talk about all of that.
She'll tell us all about that.
Heck yeah. I'm excited about all these cool...
I'm really disturbed that my shirt says "Let's get pooky."
Okay.
It says
So,
spooky.
Yeah, there we go.
But it looks like pooky.
With
Or
our
pook.
with our green screen, I think what I'm gonna do next time is wear green makeup and then just see it. You can see through.
I think
my
I'm gonna
head.
have to change the color of my bangs because it's really just like
It's like they're dancing.
it's driving me crazy.
Totally cool. Hey, so we were playing some Municipal Waste earlier as the bed, and we saw them at Warped Tour.
Yes.
What a great show that was.
One of the main reasons why I love Municipal Waste is because the first time I ever saw Municipal Waste, Tony grabbed this trash can and like chunked it at the audience and dumped all his fucking trash all over the crowd. And I was just like, fuck yes, this is my band. And since then I've seen them
Because they were so outrageous.
so many times. Yes. Well, you know me, I like trash.
Okay, but here's the funny thing. When we saw them at Warped Tour, okay?
Yes.
We saw them at Warped Tour, and...
That was the most tame show they've ever played.
They
I
get
was
this
very
mosh
much
pit
like
going.
that.
But then everyone kind of remembers it's 105 degrees out, and after a couple of minutes, the mosh pit has to slow down a little bit, and everyone sort of takes a break for a song or two, and then they're able to get back at it.
I was not in the mosh pit. You were in the mosh pit. I was watching you from behind going, please don't kill him. Please. Please. He's my ride home.
Oh, come
He's
on.
the car keys.
Totally cool.
I'm kidding. But yeah, no. Me and my brother were standing there watching, and he's like, Satan's in the pit. And I was like, yep.
Gah.
He's like, he's crazy. I was like, I know. We're going to stay safely back here from the veil.
You know, once a few shows back, we showed a picture of one of our rats, or one of your rats. This is not one of the rats.
Our rats are cuter than that rat.
But we do
That's
have
like a
some. We do
sewer
have
rat.
some.
I like sewer rats.
We do have some pet rats. We need to bring pictures of the rats.
Ophelia, She-Devil, Demon Lord, Pip, and Squeak. We have 4, but one has 2 names.
They're
4
becoming
names.
pretty famous, these rats.
Are they?
Yes, I see rats everywhere now. And it's
Oh, I thought you meant
them.
our rats. I was like, when did our rats become fucking famous? You mean just rats in general? Yeah, rats in general. Best
No, I mean
pets
our-
ever.
I mean ours.
They're so fucking
I think it's
adorable.
ours. Yeah.
Just Ophelia.
Okay, so what did you think when you heard Bishop Jakes talking about hymens and hymns? Hymens are related to hymns. And you want to break through
I don't understand.
the worldly flesh.
I don't know. I
think it's hilarious. And you could hear the audience reaction. They were all gasping.
Because it's graphic.
Yeah, did you see his arm moving?
Yeah, you keep doing it. Put your hands down. Keep them in your lap. I'm going to treat you like my preschoolers. Crisscross applesauce. Put your hands in your lap.
Hey,
Hold them there. Like super glue.
Did you mention also we have a new website at corpsepaint.net?
No, I did not, but you can.
Yeah.
We have a new website.
And we're going to show all these at the end of the show, but corpsepaint.net. Stay up to date with what we're doing.
Also,
at
remember
that
September 1st, Deadly Sins will be with Hell's a Poppin' Circus Sideshow Review at Gas Monkey Live.
Gas Monkey Live in Dallas on September 1.
And Gas Monkey Live's got some really great events coming up, so check them out. Great venue.
So again, Deadly Sins is in 2 weekends. That's on the 19th of August.
Yes.
And then a little bit after that, September 1st, at Gas Monkey.
Live.
And you also get to see Hell's a Poppin'.
Yes, Hell's a Poppin' is amazing. We've had Shorty on the show in the past. Shorty's great.
And Bryce.
I wasn't here for Bryce. I was in New Orleans at the Southern Sideshow Hootenanny.
Yep.
Because it's like my favorite event of the year. Well, one of them.
How do people,
you know me, I
how
love
do people
Sideshow.
find out about your burlesque bingo? Just look for an event.
Follow Champs Las Colinas on Facebook and Fox and the Hound.
Okay, gotcha.
Corpse Paint Show post it. We'll post the event page when it's up.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay. I think this is a ton of fun doing burlesque bingo.
I did on my birthday.
There's always someone in the audience who thinks when they win bingo.
It's really fun that you are allowed to legally be drunk and indecent in public.
No.
They're like, we welcome. No, I'm just kidding.
No, come on, it's not like that.
No. Well, it was on my birthday.
There's always someone in the audience who, when they win the bingo, they think they should start taking off clothes.
No, there is not. He's making that shit up.
Well,
wait. There was one person. They were really confused. They're like, so do I get naked? I'm like, no, you keep your clothes on. I get naked.
I've heard a couple of people ask that. Yeah.
Well, and then one time they thought that the host was getting naked. She
The
was
host?
like, yeah, the girl that like booked me. She's like, I'm trying to explain to people that we're playing burlesque bingo and no, I'm not getting naked tonight.
And you do it
It's
at a
not
nice
me.
pub/restaurant, so they think that the host.
They're so confused. No, it's just the girl that was passing out the bingo cards. They thought she was doing it.
Gotcha. Okay. You know, we have been in Deep Ellum a lot.
Yes.
Having a ton of fun.
Yeah.
There's always great shows at Wits End.
Mm-hmm.
Wits End.
Yes, Wits
Now,
End.
and you know what?
End.
They've got a couple of really cool shows. I noticed Crop Dust is coming up. I think that's on
I love Crop Dust.
September
I love his
2nd or something like that.
costume. He makes his own costumes.
Yeah.
What's his name? I forgot.
Flesh Grinder?
Flesh Grinder.
Yeah, Flesh Grinder.
I don't know how I forgot that because I love the Flesh Grinder movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Corpse Grinder. Corpse Grinder. Sorry. Corpse Grinder movies. It makes me think of Flesh Grinder.
Gotcha. Okay, but the point is...
He also, like, when I see him, it reminds me of, like, Motel Hell. I just get excited. I love pig masks. Some gnarly fucked up shit. I know some people may be all like, oh, Saw. And I'm like, no, fuck Saw. Saw was not that good. I don't like Saw. I like Motel Hell. Because Motel Hell is fucking fantastic. It is. It's great. I mean, seriously, it takes a whole lot of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters and like some really crazy shit in a secret garden. Like, it's so fucking good.
It is.
I love that movie. Can we go and watch it?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
I want to watch 68 Kill.
No, I want to watch Motel Hell.
We're going to watch
We're
68
watching
Kill
Motel
soon.
Hell.
Heck yeah. I think we should show that preview again.
No,
Just kidding.
No, please don't. Please don't.
All right. So we have a lot of dead bodies in our bunker all the time.
All the time?
Yeah, in our bunker. This is our bunker. And like, you know, Brandon
I thought
was
this
like, how
was
do
a
I get there?
basement.
I said, we're in like an abandoned building down in the basement.
I thought this was a
slash
basement. He calls
bunker.
you keep changing it, and I'm so confused.
Well, I call it
now.
everything except the dungeon because that word is already taken by Raven.
Do not call it the dungeon. We are not in a dungeon.
No, we're the bunker or the basement. You see my point?
Yes.
Okay, good. I hope that everyone can see our flags real well. And then also, I'm going to move so we can see those.
There's witches.
Witches.
Yeah, can you move down just a little bit further? Just go a little bit more down that way. I like how you laugh.
I like our witches. Those are our witches. They might be back next week.
I want to hang out with them. I want to party with the witches.
Yeah. Bleed the Fifth. Oh, so this is Iron Reagan.
Oh, we switched to Iron Reagan?
Yeah, it's
I
Iron
love
Reagan.
Iron Reagan. No,
This is Iron Reagan. This is their new release, and that song is called
Crossover Ministry.
Bleed the Fifth.
Crossover Ministry.
Yeah, thank you.
I love them.
Thank you.
I love that band. They all have the prettiest hair.
They named it after like
I watch them and I'm just like, oh, I want pretty hair like you.
They named it after a church they would drive by all the time when they went to the studio somewhere in Richmond. Yeah.
Sweet.
Crossover Ministry. I think it's a funny name too. Cross.
No, I didn't think it's funny. I like it.
Ah, Iron Reagan.
Iron Reagan's awesome. They're great. They're a great band, and they're really nice guys. They really are. They're always super friendly and welcoming when we see them.
Can we talk about something for a second? So when we saw Municipal Waste, okay, jump to Municipal Waste now. Okay. And so they have this imagery, and this was at Warped Tour. And they were hanging their banners.
Oh yeah,
it was in Municipal Waste. We have some photographs of these, but it was Municipal Waste, and they were hanging their banners, and they put them over their speaker cases and all that. Yeah, and it was very violent imagery.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like over the top.
It was very over the top. But they have T-shirts. I saw people walking around with the T-shirts like that. Warped Tour was a very interesting experience because there was lots of anti-Trump imagery, and then there was also a lot of pro-Satan imagery. And then I saw a couple of people handing out Bibles, but it was really awkward because they'd come up to these guys wearing these Satan shirts.
Yeah.
And then it looked uncomfortable on both parts. I like the ladies handing out lemonade though.
And then when Gore was on stage, they had the fake Donald Trump that they rip apart. This is part of their.
They did it to a cover.
Part of Gore's show.
I always love Gore because they do that AV Undercover where they sing the really cool songs. It's like the covers.
What cover was it?
They did the Blood song. If you want blood,
if you want blood, you've got it.
It's an AC/DC cover, and I enjoyed it. It was great, and they sprayed everybody with blood, and we were just like, woo. I love being covered in fake blood.
Cool.
Not preferably real blood, but it happens more often than I would like.
It's get spooky.
It's got that point to where sometimes I'll be like, I'm bleeding. They're like, yeah, we know.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay.
I'm accident prone.
We're gonna show a little hilarious video of the craziest person ever, who says a lot of outrageous things.
Video of me.
Yeah. He says a lot of outrageous things without any sort of actual verification of these things. Okay. And we're just going to show a little clip, and then we're going to bring on Redrum.
Okay, cool.
Very quickly. What do you
think?
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it.
Super quick.
We will do it.
Okay.
Raping 9-year-old girls at devil orgies and raping 5-year-old boys and devil worshiping and necrophilia and hanging out with the royal family and ripping children's heads off, stabbing them, dressed up like a werewolf, raping and killing children. And I bring this up because this is what all elites end up doing. Raping and killing children dressed up like a werewolf. I assure you, it's not a conspiracy theory. They chop your kid up with a meat cleaver, ripping children's heads off, stabbing them, chewing their throats out, blood spraying all over the walls. You'd eat and eat and eat and vomit and vomit and vomit and then feed the vomit to the dogs outside, vomiting like lava coming out. Raping 9-year-old girls at devil orgies and orgy of death, stabbing them, chewing their throats out, necrophilia and hanging out with the royal family and chewing their throats out, blood spraying, blood pouring out of your intestines, through your hind end. Raping and killing children dressed up like a werewolf. I have laser beamed with my eyes Jesse Ventura with someone's hands between his legs, squeezing him. Vomit and vomit and vomit. Feed the vomit to dogs. Vomiting, vomiting, vomit and vomit and vomit. Dead children.
Yeah, that's just a little taste of the insane Alex Jones. And I'm embarrassed to say he's from Texas. He talks more about Satan than we do. This guy is obsessed, and he thinks that there's, I don't know, that sort of craziness going on in the world. I don't get it. When you're approaching it from a religious standpoint, you can get away with saying anything outrageous. I don't like it. I don't like it. So let's transition, bring on Redrum. Yeah. That's what I got to say.
You're so awkward.
We love Redrum.
She's the Lon Chaney of Burlesque.
Yeah, the queen of Halloween. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Corpse Paint Show.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Welcome.
Is there a weird echo? Are you guys good?
We're
good.
We're good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're good.
We're good. We want to be
I've
able
never
to.
done a Skype interview before. This is very strange. Where do I look?
You're going to look just at yourself. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
There you are. Hello.
All right. Hi, Redrum.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for being on with us.
I'm just kidding, Redrum. You can look wherever you need to look. We can see you fine right now. And we do appreciate you joining us.
Yes, thank you. So how are you? How are you today?
I'm doing all right. I've had a productive studio day working on some costuming, so this is a nice little break.
Awesome. What are you working on? Like, what projects do you have coming up?
Oh boy. So I've gotten really into historical costuming. So I'm envisioning, and I don't know the song choice yet, but are you familiar with the Victorian arsenic dress?
Yes.
So I want to do a piece where I create like a really opulent green acid dress, and then underneath would be skin boils and bones and everything right where the dress was touching. Sometimes the song comes first.
Okay,
So-
we're gonna get her right back.
Yeah, we'll
Get
get
her
her
right
back.
back. It dropped.
Okay, so I like historical costuming. That
I
are
love the
Victorian
idea
style.
of that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it makes me think of steampunk and gothic imagery, but she's probably creating something that is just completely her own. Unique.
It's gonna be amazing, I'm sure.
Yeah. So she has a costuming background, teaches, and I'll have her verify this, teaches in Chicago, and also performs everywhere in burlesque. But we got to talk about Satanic Panic Events. I know you'll get to that.
But I want to finish hearing about this boils.
Yeah, the boils.
I like costumes.
Yeah,
And I love.
okay.
Yes. Welcome back. Are you back?
Yeah.
Hi. Sorry about that.
No, that's quite all right.
Okay. So what you were telling us about what you're gonna have underneath your costume about boils and the arsenic Victorian dress.
Oh, the dress. Yeah. So sometimes the song first to provide the inspiration, and sometimes it's just the costume or idea or the character or the point in history that starts it. But I really want to make this dress. I really want to make this disgusting skin costume, but I have no clue what song it's going to be yet. So I'm marinating on that a little bit.
Awesome. So you make all your costumes?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I think my because I don't have a background in dance, but I have a background in makeup and costume, and I worked on special effects for independent horror movies before I got into burlesque. The costuming is the reason that I even stay in the medium. I think if I didn't have that point of character building, I would probably be doing something else, honestly.
No, your costumes are incredible, but you have a great stage presence. I really enjoyed watching you perform at SusCon.
I'm so glad you guys got a chance to see that. I wasn't sure.
Dropped again.
Yeah, we'll get her back.
Oh, we'll get her right back. But we are looking at some images from the Satanic Panic. It was a show that I believe was in March or April.
She does it annually.
Chicago, and it'll be annually. It'll be next year also.
Yeah, it's in the spring. So I know that she's prepping for it now, but all of those performers are awesome. But the website,
the website,
Satanic Panic Events.
Check it out. It's a good website. It's got a
Yeah,
lot
and
of good
it
stuff on
really
there.
takes.
We were just talking
for it.
about Satanic Panic.
Trying to fill the time in between the call drops.
Sorry.
So what would you like to learn about Satanic Panic?
What's the inspiration behind it? Like, what made you decide that you had to do a show like this? Because I love the concept and I love the idea of it.
So, in addition to being a big fan of horror movies, I've always been a fan of tabloids. It's just another form of grotesque, I guess you could say. So obviously I grew up in the height of Satanic Panic in the 80s and 90s. And I hadn't really thought about it, when I was living through it. But then I created a piece that was centered around Anton LaVey and the Church of Satan. And the song choice was an Eagles song because I was interested in this idea that Hotel California was about hell and all the sensation around the album cover that the Eagles created, and Anton LaVey was up in a window, and it was all these subliminal messages. I thought, gosh, that's just such a weird and interesting and absurd concept. And there's so much material around Satanic Panic. Why not do a show that is fully immersive, like it takes on a talk show format, and you have a host who is like Geraldo Rivera, and you have a talk show panel that's got like the goth kids and, really exploits the sensation. And then each person could do a piece that tackled Dungeons and Dragons or music censorship in the PMRC. I thought it almost seemed very politically timely as well. There's a lot of ways that, what is it? We look back now and we think how absurd it was that people thought that heavy metal music would make you want to kill your parents. What are the things that are happening today that we're going to look at in 30 years and think how completely absurd that we even thought that for a minute? So it just seemed like the right time to do it. And again, I love tabloid sensation. It seemed like there would be a variety of people that I could hook in with the theme. Burlesque is really difficult to do in Chicago. There's a lot of different troupes all competing for the same audience. And I thought, well, this would be attractive to not only fans of pop culture, but people who are into true crime, people who are into performance art in general, people who are into punk rock, whatever it might be. I thought, here's a great way to bring in some different audiences.
Yeah, it's unique and it stands out.
Yeah. So I piloted the show last March, and it was pretty intimidating because, not only financially, I rented this grand ballroom as the setting in the hopes that it would lend another level to the immersion. Like all the audience was walking into this ritual space where this Geraldo character was doing an expose on Satanism, and he would change himself as the evening went on. Like he was getting a satanic contact high just from being in the room. So the audience, not only the patrons, would just feel like they're watching a show passively, but they were part of the television studio audience and could dabble in occult games themselves. There were 3 different ritual sets, and then there were things that you could participate in between. You'd have to earn these badges of sin by participating in certain tasks or visiting certain areas of the room. Just another way for people to create their own little work of art while just watching a show.
Wow.
So it was an experiment. Again, really financially intimidating because of the venue. Alcohol had to be included in the ticket price. It couldn't be a pay bar. I'm not somebody that has any financial backers. I'm not someone who has a lot of money myself. And through the process of even trying to find sponsorship, the second you say Satan, nobody wants anything to do with.
Yeah, we know.
What's going on. So I was even so afraid to tell the venue exactly what I was doing that I just said, oh, it's going to be like a circus evening with a devil theme.
Yeah.
Like, just the idea, feeling comfortable enough just telling people that the show is called Satanic Panic,
Yeah.
says a lot in itself about the irrational hysteria
Yes.
associated with the word itself.
Yes.
So it was an interesting experiment, and I have honestly been a little intimidated getting it going again because it was such a big risk in so many ways. But what I'm going to do this year is partner with some other producers to take some of the burden off myself, because I think one of the mistakes I made too was I was performing 2 acts in the show in addition to producing the event, and without the countless volunteers that just pitched in to help, there's no way it would have even got off the ground. But people had such a good time. I can't help but go for it again. I really hope to build enough interest to make it an annual event.
Yeah, it sounds like a huge undertaking, but it looks incredible. I wish I could have gone. I saw it and I was just like, this is amazing. I would love to have gone to it.
I like the idea that it's a
So
historical.
maybe next year we can go see it.
Will there be one in 2018?
Yes, there will.
Yeah.
I'm going to announce the date officially in September.
Okay.
Right now, like I said, I'm just beginning the process of working with 2 other producers to get it off the ground. I just have to think about how to divide up the responsibilities reasonably. And again, it's my own hesitation, just because it was so intense.
Yeah.
It was successful. People had an amazing time, but for me, I mean, in the middle of it, I thought somebody was going to have to call an ambulance, because I thought I was just going to completely collapse. So but I have such a drive to want to create something in the city that is above and beyond what's normally offered. I mean, the only show that I can think of on this kind of scale is Theater Bazaar in Detroit. I don't know if you guys have ever been to that event.
I haven't, but I've heard of it, and I definitely want to go to that too. That's what it kind of reminded me of. It's kind of on a similar scale.
Yeah. I mean, not even, what I do is like a sliver of what they do, but I mean, it's a fully immersive environment. Once you're in the space, you're transported to another time and place. And to me, that's just so incredible. Because I had I've worked through various art mediums, from working on films to doing painting and gallery stuff to now burlesque. I just have such a desire to pull together all these worlds that I've spent years and years building, and use everybody, involve everybody, involve as many people as I can to create something spectacular.
You've got performance artists, you've got regular visual artists, and you've got burlesque, and it's done with a historical perspective about a period in our country that is the most embarrassing ever. And it affected a lot of families, and I think we still haven't shaken it off. And right now, I believe your timing is spot on to begin. That's what our show's about, is exposing these crazies in government and the right wing that seem to feel that Satan is everywhere and that there are all kinds of murderous deeds going on as we speak. What
it comes down to is people ultimately fear what they don't understand. And that's the most important overreaching theme of the evening. We're just kind of using Satan as a vehicle, and it's something that with all the heavy metal mixed in and the sensation, it's something that we can frame very nicely, but ultimately it is wanting to talk about why we're afraid of each other.
Yes. This is something that impacted so many families, and it sounds very immersive, and it's something that we should try and go to next year. It's going to be like in the spring, right?
Yeah, I like to have it in the spring. I'm just struggling a little bit with the date. So the venue is within the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, which is where I work. And although the event is not sponsored by or affiliated with the school, I just rent the ballroom separately. And ideally, I have it when the school is on spring break. But this year, the spring break falls at the same time as St. Patrick's Day. So I have to carefully consider which weekend I select. The advantage of having it during spring break is that there's extra classrooms available for me to use as dressing rooms. So logistically, I just have to think about the best timing. But I usually have it on a Friday, and it's about a 4-hour event in all. So there's about an hour of people coming in. You get to sign your name in the book of death, like you're surrendering your soul. I want to have all these moments where people almost hesitate. It's like a test of how superstitious are you really. So there's about an hour of people coming in and checking out the activities. There's lots of interactive photo ops, and then the stage show begins, and then there's usually about 3 ritual sets is how I like to refer to them. And the way it was this past year is the first ritual set was all very pop culture oriented things. the Dungeons and Dragons, Harry Potter. We had one performer do a Tipper Gore piece. Then the second set is a little stranger, involves some weird sex, and a little more dabbling in satanic activities. And then the third set is always that all hell breaks loose.
All right.
So
Awesome.
then you have all the ritual murder and exorcist, and we close the show with the Charles Manson act.
I love your Charles Manson act. I've seen the video, and I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
It really is. You make a great Charles Manson. You really are the launch. You're totally unrecognizable. Like when I saw you, I was like, oh.
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh, they got a cool guy in this routine. And it was.
I showed it to him the other day because I was like,
oh,
we're gonna book this amazing performer, and she's amazing. And look, you won't even notice like it's the same person because she's that good.
Yeah, and then Helter Skelter comes on, and there's Charles Manson going wild with the other girls, and they end up doing their burlesque and stripping, and so yeah, it was powerful.
It's great.
Yeah, I figured when I was first imagining the piece, I was like, there's no way that Charles Manson is going to do any of the stripping. I'm just going to direct.
Yeah.
No, I think that was brilliant because I think it was perfect the way it was. I definitely, I love how you influenced, and it was great. And the three girls you had were amazing.
Yes.
It was when I first imagined the piece, I did a call for, hey, who wants to be my angels? And the three of them were the very first to respond. Mm-hmm. And at first I thought I'd have to rotate people all the time, but they're so committed to those characters that we'll go across the country for a show, and find a way to do it together. That's just good. So we always have the core group.
It's great
so
to find people
I
like
really
that.
started making a move in burlesque a bit to even more storytelling. And I don't know where I'm going to go with it yet, but I would really love to start doing grand guignol theater, like starting, using burlesque as a jump off point, but then creating these plays where it was just a focus on the gore, because I really love doing special effects. I really love doing makeup, and I really just love making a spectacle. It doesn't always, striptease, that element is always the least important part of it all. So I've been starting to think about how my work might exist in video form, where I could do all of the effects that I really want to do. Doing the stuff on stage is always a bit difficult to hide everything that you want. But I don't know. I think it would be really exciting just to do a gore theater. So the Charles Manson piece was a little bit of a step off to more of a storytelling departure. And I really enjoyed that more than I thought, but I always stick with burlesque because I love being on stage and I love being a character, but I cannot deliver dialogue. Forget it. I can't do voices. I depend so heavily on the music to tell my story. Yes. But maybe I could direct other people to do the acting, and I'm behind the scenes doing the effects. So I'm not sure how that's going to flesh out yet, but it's something I'm playing around with.
But you're so great at physical acting. Physical acting, portraying something just physically and through your eyes and your body is so much more difficult, I believe, in delivering lines sometimes.
That's interesting to hear. I love it. It's so funny. I was so nervous about even doing this interview because I don't, unless I'm a character, I don't know how to be.
We're kind of the same. We are.
Yeah. So I don't do choreography. Of course, because I'm not a dancer, I've always relied very heavily on improvisation. So the way that I prepare for any act is I just try to get in the mind space of that person. Sometimes if people see us getting warmed up for the Charles Manson piece behind stage, they really freak out. They gotta leave the room because it's a strange ritual. Just to try to get in that headspace, and then that's my only choreography. Is just all day long I'll watch videos of Charles Manson or read about Rasputin or just try to get in that mind Mindspace,
you
of
become that
Lon
person.
Chaney or whoever.
It's body acting. You
It's
have to know
acting.
how Charles Manson moves, and then you're him.
Yeah, because if you were, I would think it'd be weird if you didn't, because how would you know how he moves? You want to emulate him.
Yeah.
So of course you're going to watch a whole lot of it.
And sometimes, just getting the makeup to look like that person isn't enough. Sometimes if you just get the makeup to vaguely look like it's supposed to, the body is going to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you guys appreciate that.
We do.
It's one of the most fun parts. I love doing the research.
No,
That's right.
That's great.
It is a history lesson.
Yeah.
And just now we've talked about the 80s and 90s with Satanic Panic and Charles Manson from, when was that? The 60s.
On average, how long does it take you to get ready? Just out of curiosity.
Oh man. If I have to do it in an hour, I can, but an hour and a half at least. When I first started doing burlesque, it was quite easy to do 2 acts in one show. It's a pretty standard thing that people ask for. Because I would just do the skeleton face and it could be the same from act to act. But at a certain point, I wanted to develop more characters. So now my makeup is so different from one act to another that I just can't even do 2 acts in a show anymore unless I have 2 hours to change my makeup.
Yeah, you've got to take off one face and put on another.
So I'm just curious, being into kind of the more unique characters and the skull face and everything, did you find it difficult to be booked at first? Because I know. Yeah.
Oh, completely. I mean, when I first started, my very first act was right out with the skeleton face, and I had the good fortune of being in a stranger show that it was acceptable. But then as I wanted to do more, people would say, well, I'd love to have you perform, but can you do it without the skeleton face?
And you're like,
which to me, there's no point.
Right.
I'm not doing it because I like dancing.
Yeah. It makes
it's
sense.
a part of my character and my concept, and I can't be fully immersed in it unless I transform my face.
I love that you stuck to that, and that you weren't going to conform, and that you made it work for you, and now you're performing all over, it seems like.
I mean, honestly, I tried to do some other stuff, but it was absolutely miserable. And after about half a year, I just thought, forget this. It's not even worth the money. It's not even making any money at the time.
No, it's got to be for your joy.
Exactly. And like I said, if I wasn't making the costumes myself and I wasn't doing my own makeup, that's the reward for me. I wouldn't bother with the medium at all. Otherwise. So yeah, I am glad that I stuck with it, but it was really hard to get people into this, Halloween year round is okay kind of thing. Because it really did make people uncomfortable. When I first saw burlesque, there were people doing gory acts that were quite cool, but there was always a concern with keeping the face pretty, and that made people still comfortable with acts where people are ripped off their skin or whatever. Oh, well, they still have a nice face to look at. So then I thought, well, I'm gonna, how can I do this different? I'm gonna completely change my face and make it something a little grotesque, so that there's this play with the border between attraction and repulsion. How far can I push that? And there's a lot of it that really makes people uncomfortable, and to me, that's a reward.
Yes.
When there was somebody in the audience that saw me, they stood up and they made the sign of the cross and walked out.
Oh, right.
That's amazing.
And that probably made your night.
Compliment I could have ever received.
Darn right. And you use the word immersive, and I like that. You immerse the audience, but also yourself. You're immersed in your character. So it's a great word to describe what you're doing. Hey, look, I think we're in another Satanic Panic right now. I do. So I hope
it
this
goes around every 30 years, I tell you.
I hope it works to your advantage for your spring show, and that you get great crowds.
And we'd love to have you back on right before, after you've booked the date, maybe next year, right before Satanic Panic, to talk about it. If you're cool
that would be
that.
Great, because it's going to take a slightly different form than it did this last year. If anybody wants to keep abreast of what the developments for the show. We do have a Satanic Panic Events Facebook page,
Yes.
where you can follow all of it. I'm a little slower at updating the website, but yeah, stick to the Facebook. If you're on Facebook, check it out there.
And I noticed you on Twitter too, right?
I'm on Twitter. I don't use Twitter as often, but Instagram a lot. I'm trying to get a balance between all these social media.
Yeah.
I just got an Instagram. I have a Twitter. I can't even figure it out. I just pretty much use Facebook and sometimes post stuff to Instagram. So I'm right there with you.
I'm much more visual, so Instagram has served me well.
I'm so busy that I can't even keep up with social media. I feel terrible about it. I'm like, hi, I see you in person.
Yeah. So like Instagram, you just post the pictures. You don't have to. Yeah, it's all visual.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us. We loved having you. Hopefully we can have you back again soon for sure.
Definitely. I'll keep you guys posted on everything. Thanks for having me.
Please do. Thank you.
Love to talk to you again in the future.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Have a good night.
Thank you. That was Redrum.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Wasn't that insightful?
Yes. I could have talked to her for so much longer. I hate that our show ends in 3 minutes.
Because she's a producer and you're a producer. And I know that you were listening closely to, all of the challenges she was describing. Yes.
I also really love Gore.
And Gore.
I love Gore so
we should try and
much.
go to her event in the spring.
I want to. I want to go see it.
All right. So she said the Facebook page will have updates, and that's Satanic Panic Events.
Yes. Check it out on Facebook. We will share the page on our page, Corpse Paint. So like us, follow us, like Satanic Panic Events, follow them. And go check them out in Chicago. It's worth it.
Cool. All right, so let's review what we've covered. We had Brandon here from Electric Vengeance. We love that. And
we listened to Municipal Waste's new album.
We talked about Satan in the news.
Talked about Satan in the news.
We reminded everyone that we've got a task for you. Go to YouTube, please, and subscribe. Please subscribe to our channel.
We've interviewed some pretty rad people.
And our new Twitter is at Corpse Paint Show. Our website is corpsepaint.net. There's YouTube, the Corpse Paint Show channel. Yeah. Heck yeah. We love all those. And so we've got, corpsepaint.net.
That's us.
That's us on fire right there.
We're on fire?
We're gonna have a lot of updates put there. And then of course Facebook and Twitter, etc. Yeah. So
Facebook at Corpse Paint Show.
Heck yeah.
You can follow me on Facebook too.
So I'm gonna post there a lot of additional bonus tracks, as I call them, additional stuff that we don't see or talk about on the show.
B-sides and rarities.
Instagram at corpsepaint_show.
Yes.
Is our Instagram.
Follow us.
And then of course Twitter at Corpse Paint Show.
You can keep up with. We will also post about all the awesome shows going on in the DFW area.
Darn right. Heck yeah.
Including Burlesque, Sideshow, Metal, Punk.
All of it, man. God, I love it. That was so good to talk to Redrum, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's odd that she says that she, without being in character, it's difficult for her.
I have so much respect for her as a performer.
Too.
She's amazing and incredible.
Yeah, I do too. Man, it'd be great to have her actually come in the studio. We got to wrap it up, don't we?
It's that time.
All of our shows are on YouTube channel.
Check us out.
Show. Heck yeah. And so we've got a cool outro here too.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
I think this is one from Little Smart Films. I think this is it. Yeah, the Corpse Paint Show. Every Sunday we're here live. We're going to give you 90 minutes of live, great, irreverent shit. And also just talk about Satan and talk about movies and talk about metal and talk about Jenny Slash's weekly dose of horror.
Yeah. Texas Fright My Weekend. I am here with Dee Wallace. Don't stare at my boobs all the time.
Sure. I do get comments from occasionally religious fanatics.
I've seen people stop and down
wag their finger at me for a ring tight.
The Corpse Paint Show rules!